Let's explore. Alright, so we're going back to Razorback Stores. Okay. Little more information about Razorback Stores. It's a chain of women's apparel stores operating throughout the country. Okay, the chair recently ran a promotion in which discount coupons were sent to customers of other corporate stores. So not our customers, but other customers in our corporate stores. Data were collected for a sample of 1,000 in-store credit card transactions during 1 week while the promotion was running. Our Razor card is a method of payment that's using our store charge card. Customers who made a purchase using our discount coupons, so our promotional customers, if they didn't use a discount coupon, they're going to be counted as our regular customers. Because the promotional coupons were not sent to regular Razorback Store customers, management's going to consider our sales as sales we would have not otherwise got. So it's like bonus business. Okay. Obviously, we hope our promotional customers will keep coming back. That's a whole other thing. But right now, our promotional customers are considered kind of bonus business over our regular customers. We'd like to use the sample data to learn about our customer base, our ideas, and we're going to try to evaluate the promotion. Okay. Here's all of our data. We've already played with it a little bit, but I'll leave this up if you guys are playing with stuff. Let's explore. So here's the deal. We're going to have fun for a few minutes. Not a whole lot, but a few. So, you all last week made business questions. I picked 4. How do net sales break down by customer demographics? Which age group do we need to direct marketing efforts towards? Which day of the week has the most sales, and which time of day has the most sales? These are my 4 questions I'm interested in today. So what I have for you is a new data set. You can access it in 2 places. Number 1, it is on Blackboard. It is in your data sets. And now you have a Razorback Stores Dirty. So if you want the Excel file, that's where you can access the Excel file. Or, I'm going to open a new project. The data is also available in the shared data sets, and it's actually already set up as a SAS data set. Okay, as Razorback Stores _5503 dirty. So if you're going to play with it in SAS, I would recommend going ahead and using the SAS data set. I've already imported it. When I did the import, I made sure that birth date was a date and that data purchase was a SAS date. Okay, I made sure time of purchase was a time. So if you just straight import the Excel file, these are things that you're going to want to change at the beginning to make your life easier. So what I want to do for about 10 minutes is I want to give you the opportunity to look at this data set, play around with it. Right now you can use Excel or SAS. I'm not going to limit you. And I want you to find 2 things. Number 1, do you have any dirty data? Is there anything that looks funky? Okay. You may want to get out a scrap piece of paper or open up a notepad or something and just kind of take notes of what you find. Do you have any dirty data? Okay. If you do have dirty data, you don't even have to fix it. You just have to find it right now. The other thing I want you to do is see if you have the data you need to answer these questions. And if you don't have the data you need, what do you need? Okay, so we're going to take about 10 minutes. You can use it in SAS, you can use it in Excel, play with some Razorback Stores, and we're going to find the dirty data. You can do this solo. You can feel free to talk to your friends.
So I know most of them are very so oh, so it's so like what I would do
Just
is like the
one life.
previous
Birthday is 4 years. Oh yeah, there's no yeah.
Yeah. But this tells you about the radio.
periods are general and the number of
Oh, really?
yeah. So that's a problem. So based off the information,
That's probably
yeah, it wouldn't really be a store business if it's zero. There's like a value there, so I don't think it sounds like that.
I mean, you can say or something.
Then on the customer, well, this one has like it's so it's like row 155 and it's section D. It's D 155.
I bet there's a miss.
Yeah, yeah.
You go off that way.
Mostly like this stuff.
So they can go to data.
Just value it all. Rather than just say zero.
Yeah, because it's weird, like, okay, so it's all means, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
that's the old yeah, another one. It could be another one is D286, the sale, D125, and then
Anywhere in the middle.
D286. It's negative 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's one feed gender. This is from males. The fees are working on one video. Will be back to the
Right.
Yeah.
we don't have we would be the translate the data
type of customer
that
is.
we
I think it was like it was like for instance, like gross sales are pretty solid. Like maybe taking like like regular color.
they don't put
Like if they're business or greater than
yeah, direct marketing is based on
Oh, yeah.
They can get refunds. Like, the store will owe them money.
It's a waste from.
Where is the gap and then
Break it up. That's why you got it. That's why it's not.
which they are weak.
Oh, like the month.
Converted into
Oh, it's full figure that. Just that.
You just have to claim.
what time
About 2 more minutes. See how far you get. There's a function in the circle.
Yeah.
They got that.
Date. So just date today, there is a function.
Yes.
So they hate this.
So how do we know that you did?
But it's still like
This is what they, this is what they.
There's one more thing in the game. Yeah, it should be 0 The digits don't match up.
So never fret, we will be playing with Razorback stores all semester long. We didn't find everything today, we surely will. So what things do I need to fix? What dirty data did you find?
There's a F mail. There's a F mail.
Okay, so I got negative values, I've got misspellings, I'm going to be a little vague right now. Negative values, misspellings.
Date format. Somewhere it's MMDD YYYY, MMDD YY. Somewhere it's MDD YYYY.
Date format.
and even the loyalty, there are like multiple values for the same data. Like we have 1 and 0 for loyalty, and we have false.
True and false.
So I've got 0 and 1s and true and false for the same thing.
The type of customer also you have regular or regular.
Okay, so I've got kind of misspellings, date format, so I've got different misspellings / abbreviations.
And then previous store visits,
Blank.
if it's blank or null, it should at least be 0. It's typically numbers, so you expect it to be
The
number.
previous data.
Similarly for previous quotas, when it has a dot.
So that missing value. Dot. We need to figure out how we want to handle that. Okay. Anything else we need to fix?
In ISYS, after the decimal point, in the Excel it's not there, but in the SAS, if you see after the decimal point, there is too many values.
Okay. Right, so it's in SAS it's not rounded, in Excel it's formatted to be rounded. Okay. So it's kind of a visual thing. Okay. What do I need to add to be able to answer my business questions? Do I have everything I need, or do I need to change stuff?
Day of purchase, probably some massaging will have to be, so we do have the date of purchase, but then converted in what is the day of purchase will have to be inferred.
Also, the age of your customer instead of the
Yeah.
birthday.
We have the birthday.
So we've got the birthday, but we don't know the age.
Yeah.
Dan, I was talking about doing a similar like category thing that we did at the beginning of class. Like break it up like categories, and then you can sort it and see a lot clearer.
Okay. So categories instead of just the raw numbers.
Yeah.
Love it.
Strategy. There's a question about which age group to target.
Uh-huh.
What is the strategy? You want to sell more to those who are validly buying, or you want to sell to those who are not buying? What do you think?
So more info. You just want some strategy. So I can't answer the question accurately until I know. Gotcha. Anything else? Those are mostly the big things. So walking around, I would say the vast majority of you went to where you're nice and happy and played in Excel. And that's good, and that's why I gave you both the Excel and the SAS, so you can do that. Okay, but the same things you were doing in Excel, you can do in SAS. Maybe not as easily, but you can still do it. So when you were trying to find the things to fix, what techniques were you using in Excel?
Filter.
You were sorting, you were filtering, right? You can do the same thing in SAS, right? Because remember, if I give you that large data set, STAMS doesn't fit in Excel. Okay. So you can still sort, you can still filter. Okay. Let's go into SASEG. Okay, we talked about using the query builder. Today, the query builder is going to be our friend. Okay. So one of the things we can do, so I imported the Razorback store, the dirty, the SAS data set that's already nice and set up. Okay. I'm going to show you a couple of things. We'll get as far as we can. I'll show you some more next time. Okay. We're just going to play with the query builder, getting data into ways that we like it. So here we have our promotional, and somebody said that I had reg and regular, right? Well, I wouldn't notice that just from looking at these first 40. So maybe I did exactly what you guys said. I went and filtered and sorted. I want all the data. So you know you click on the double arrows and everything goes over. And I want to filter. And I want to filter, what do we say? Type of customer. And it doesn't really matter what I have in here. If I push the little ellipses there, that's going to give me a list of what I have, just like what it does in Excel. And I can be like, oh, there's something called reg. Well, I don't want reg. So it doesn't identify which rows it's in, but I don't really care, right? I just know I need to go fix it. So I'm going to cancel out of this because I really was just using that as a diagnostic tool. And I'm going to go to my query builder. Again, I want to keep all of my data, so I'm just going to drag at the table at the top and just drag everything to the right. Again, this is one of those you can follow along or you can watch and then go back and do it later. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another computed column. I'm going to add a new column, or a new computed column. And here, let's see, what am I doing? I want to recode my column. So recode. Click next. And now I'm with my type of customer. Okay. Type of customer is the one that I messed up on. I have reg instead of regular. So I'm going to add. And now I'm going to replace values. Right. So anytime I see reg, it really needs to say regular. So I'm going to go down to this add feature right here. And it's going to pop up my options. Okay, so here, reg. Anytime you see reg, what do I want to do? Well, with this value, I want to turn it into regular. Okay. It already has enclosed this value in quotes because it's a character variable. We'll click OK. We'll click Next. And now, I've got a new variable. Okay, so it's going to keep my existing variable, type of customer. So now I'm going to have new type of customer. And you can name it whatever. You could just call it customer. But I just add new anytime I make a new variable, so that way I'm like, oh, this is the one I changed. And then we're going to click Finish. And if I close this out and run it, this query builder, look what I did. And then at the very end here, it says, okay, promotional, regular. And now I can sort through here and try to figure out where regular turned into reg, turned into regular. Or I could go and filter this. Right, that's how I found it the first time. If I filtered, really all I care about is new. And I filter it. I see what my options are. Oh, sorry. I have to pick new type of customer. Equal to, sorry. Now I have a promotional and regular. Yay, it worked.
And then would you just delete the old column?
So yeah, so you can go back and delete the old column. Generally what I'll do is I'll do all of my data cleaning and I'll have the old and the new. And then when I'm ready to really start analyzing, then I can go back and just use the column that I want. And actually, I'd probably even like save it as a new data set. So that way I still have, here's where all I did everything. I'm happy, I'm ready to go. Let's just save this as a new data set, and then this will be the one that I play with. That'll be my analysis of it. Alright, so that's one way to do things. And we would do that, so any of the things that we needed to change, that's a way that we could change it. The other thing I think I'm going to show you before we end today, again, we're going to be using the query builder and that age, right? We were interested in the age of our customer. We don't have the age, we have the birth date. Okay? So it'd be really nice if I knew how to do this. Our query builder is going to be our friend. Okay? So we're going to go to query builder. Now here's the deal. Well, actually, so now if you look at the top, it says query builder 2. So I can have a whole bunch of different query builders. One query builder where I do changing the data. One query builder where I add new things. That's one option. Or I can go to my existing query builder and modify my task and just add on here. Either way will work. So you can have 5 query builder, or you can have one where you do it all. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to add a new computed column. And my goal is to change birth date into how old you are, okay, your age. So we're going to do something new. Here we're not really recoding a column per se, we're transforming it into something else. So we're going to use the advanced expression. So advanced expression, we'll click next. And ISYS has a bunch of built-in functions.
Yeah. Just jumping a little bit ahead, in the sense that what if I have a situation where I know that my data is always coming up with these dirty, whatever, patterns, and I need to build some kind of rules which I can reuse again and again as a daily operation. So does ISYS give?
That would probably be something I do with my ETL process, like actually getting my data out, then fixing it with ISYS. So this is just we've been given a data set and we've got to fix it. But if I'm going to continue to get the data and it continues to have these issues, then I would probably
Fix it there.
I would probably fix it there. Yeah.
Okay.
So our goal here again, we're going to take birthday, we're going to change it into age. So we've got a function. So look at all these functions that has. Like, hey, you want to do some things? I have things I can do. Well, we're going to go all the way down to the Y's. And there's a function, it's called year diff. YRDIF. You want to double click that. So in the right-hand pane, it kind of tells you here's what the argument is, here's the syntax, here's what's happening. It's kind of nice. Okay. So when we double click, it comes up here at the top and to enter the expression. Okay, so it's year diff. The date value is going to be, this is going to be our start date. Okay, so in our case, this is going to be our birthday. Okay, so we can actually go down, you want to click happy, into table 1, down where it says tables, expand the table, and we want to take our birth date variable. Just double click on that. And the reason I like to do it that way is because you'll notice it has birth date, but it has T1 dot birth date. Okay. So we're going to do that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to say, let's do the birth date as of January 1st of this year. Okay. So we're going to do 01 JAN 2018. And then put the letter D after it. Okay. That's going to make it a date. And then what we're going to put for the last piece, in quotation marks, is the word actual, A-C-T-U-A-L. I also forgot, we need to put January 1st, 2018, that needs to be in quotation marks as well, because that's a character thing. It's looking for that date. Yep.
If they're having a comma and a space between the quotation marks for the birthday, the month, is that a problem? I have like a space between the comma and the quotation.
It shouldn't matter. I say that it's going to matter, and then I'll come fix it, but it shouldn't matter.
Okay.
So you should have T1.birthdate, comma, quotation marks, 01 Jan 2018, D, comma, quotation marks, actual. That's going to be our little formula. We're going to call this age. I don't have to make it new because it's a totally different variable, so I'm going to call it age. And I'm going to click finish. So far, so good. I'm going to close out my computed columns, and I'm going to click run. And I'll replace it, it's fine. And then what it is hopefully done, look at that!
So why would we use January? Was that just a date that?
That's just because I'm going to say your age for 2018. You could actually change, instead of putting January,
Like the date of
you can put today. You can put the date of purchase. You can see, yeah, you can
So
make
it doesn't matter what.
Yeah. So I just